Okay, welcome everyone. I know it's probably a horrible time of day for most people to watch a Periscope live. Hi Jim, hi Mama by Fire. So this is a part of September Scopers, and I have missed the past 2 days because I've kind of been my allergies and under the weather and never even got dressed for the day some of the times. Hi New York Tech Mommy. So, anyways, today's September Scopers topic is travel, and it is so perfect because if you can see here, that's a giraffe. We were in Uganda a year ago today. We met our son, Judah, that we adopted from Uganda. That's a little picture of him. I'll go show you him in a minute. He's in the other room. And we were on a safari. It's a giraffe. So, hi, Monica. Anyways, I have felt awful the past 2 days. I felt bad the past few months. I feel like my allergies, we just moved from the suburbs to the country, and my allergies have been going crazy. So, sorry for all the wiggling. Crazy, still wet hair. Anyways, a year ago today, we met our son Judah Mugisha Newsom. Mugisha means blessing. That was his first mom's name for him. And so I love looking back. I'm a CPA by trade and a numbers girl by heart. All my friends will tell you I absolutely remember every date that ever happened. And so just to give you a little backstory, my name is Misty Newsom. I am a 35-year-old homeschooling mom to 4 kiddos. They are 9, 6, 5, and 3.5. And our youngest, whose name is Judah, we felt called by the Lord about 2011, spring of 2011, to adopt. And so we started that process. And we were told it would take 12 to 18 months. And it took 3.5 years. And we stuck through it, and we listened to the Lord, and we waited patiently, and it was so good that we did, because He's exactly who was supposed to be in our family. And we learned so much along the way, stretched our faith and grew our family, and our kids just adore Him. We love Him dearly, and we cannot believe it has been 1 year to today that we met Him. So a little backstory, we waited for 3 years to get our referral. We got our referral of Judah in April of 2014, and I felt like God told me, September, you're going in September. Start planning, you're going to Uganda in September. And our agency tells us it's supposed to be 9 to 12 weeks in country. So we homeschool, and we had 3 young kids, and my husband is a school teacher. He's a public band director, and had saved his days so that we could all go do this together. So fast forward to the end of August. We were just waiting for a court date. My social worker is going on maternity leave, and she calls me and says they're scheduling for February. So we would have to wait an extra 6 months. And like most pregnant, emotional women, I felt paper pregnant. I burst into tears and told her that was unacceptable. The Lord told me it was going to be September, so we were still believing that. So that was on a Friday, and it was Labor Day weekend. And so I let my new social worker wait until Tuesday, and then first thing Tuesday morning, I called her and I said, look, we are ready. If our lawyer can work us in, if there is just an open date and we have at least 2 days notice, we'll be there. So just get us there. And so that was on a Tuesday. And on Friday, September 5th, she called me at 9 o'clock in the morning. I remember it like it was yesterday. And she said, were you serious? And I said, yes. Tell me. She said, your court date is Wednesday, September 10th. So we had 5 days to pack our family and prep our house and people who were going to watch it to be gone for an undetermined amount of time. So at 9 o'clock on September 5th, we found out, and 11 o'clock on September 7th, on Sunday last year, we hopped on a plane. And we arrived like midnight on late on Tuesday, and got our kids settled at our guest house and got all of our bags, which was a lot, put in our room. And then the next morning, everyone else was exhausted. We'd been on a plane for 30-something hours, and not me. I knew I was meeting my son a year ago today. So I was up at 6 o'clock in the morning after about 4 hours sleep, and I was trying to figure out what clothes all my kids were going to wear to meet their brother, and figure out what we were going to wear, and find my camera, and find my charger, and get everything perfect. And all I needed to do was sit down and pray for a minute, because I was so excited and so ramped up, and I didn't know exactly what the Lord had in store. So I quieted myself and I prayed. My kids were all still asleep. My husband, I woke him up and said, let's go. We don't know what's going on, but we got to go. So I walked outside of our room in our guest house, and we met some other families that were there adopting too. And long story short, they become some of our best friends. And we ate breakfast and got the call from Linda, our guide in country, and said, we're going to go meet him at 10. But it's Ugandan time 10, which means it could be any time. So just wait for me. So we waited and we waited. We waited. Like 11 o'clock, I called her, are you coming? We are ready. We didn't know at the time. He was literally a quarter of a mile up the road from us. So in our long travels, we waited an hour to walk what should have taken 5 minutes. So she got there. We took our last picture of as a family of 5. If you follow us on Facebook at Worthy of Our Calling, I posted that picture yesterday. It was just such a monumental event, and our kids are all grouchy and exhausted from being on a plane, 3 planes with 3 stops. We went from Houston to Newark to Brussels to Rwanda to Uganda, and we were on the plane so long, and now we're ready to meet our brother. So we walked up the hill once Linda got there, and we walked into this orphanage and sat down at the director's seat, and she wanted us to talk for an hour, and we were just like, I love you, lady, and I thank you for all you do, but we just want to meet our son. And I kept hearing her call, Eliezer, Eliezer, get Eliezer ready, which was his name. And we walked in, and she wanted to give us a tour of the orphanage first, which was great. So we walked in, she showed us the kitchen, she showed us one of the restrooms, and we walked into this room, and there was this little naked boy. And she's like, oh, he was supposed to be dressed already. Oh, get him dressed. And of course, that didn't need to happen. I plopped down and got him dressed. And sorry, choking up a little bit. Met our son for the first time a year ago today. So he is now a big boy, 3.5, has been with us for a year. We lived in Uganda for 12 weeks last year. It was a long, trying time, but we made the most of it. We absolutely loved it. This is just my Facebook group that I had going at the time. I just had it printed. I didn't have time to organize it or really put a lot of pictures because while we were there, the first 6 weeks, we couldn't post his picture because we just couldn't. So there's me washing dishes one night, and there's 2 of my kids and that little girl's at an orphanage we support banging on the drums. This is a lot of words. This was a lot of me pouring out my heart when we were going through all this. That's face painting one day at the little local mall. His daddy and Judah looking over at the mall there. Anyways, it was so good and so hard and so crazy. There's him. I couldn't show his face for a long time. So our little Facebook group, they were praying so hard and having, being so sweet. And then we just couldn't share. There's one of his first days with us. So anyways, we prayed this baby home, and he's been home now for a year, and we are so blessed to have him. So, thank you. So I thought y'all would want to meet him. Most of you have. He's been on a lot of my scopes. We're watching The Letter Factory right now. That's how Mommy gets a free moment. So let's meet our Judah. Judah, come here. You want to say hi? It's just Periscope. Hi. Say hi. He's wearing his Uganda shirt today. He picks out his clothes, and he didn't know. Who's that? Is that Judah? Yeah. So that's our boy, one of our boys. He is watching Letter Factory, learning his letters. Are you learning letters? Are you learning your letters? Yes. What letter are you learning? S? Yeah. So there you go. And all these crazies traveled with me. That's my 5-year-old Anna, and that's my 9-year-old Kara, and that's my 6-year-old Micah. And my husband and I, and he's at work. So anyways, thank you for listening. I love telling this story. God was so evident in all of it, and we just give all the glory to him. So if you want to follow along, we post a lot about our lives. Today I went live with a post about our chickens. We got chickens a couple days ago. So hopefully I'll go show you those one day. But you can follow us at our blog, www.worthyofourcalling.com. And our Facebook and our Instagram, and we're so thankful to get to be a part of this little boy's story. So thank you for listening, and I am loving y'all's posts and scopes, so keep them coming, and we'll talk soon. Thanks. Bye.